Fortnite Battle Royale has been around for almost 7 years. In those 7 years, Fortnite has pioneered many things like the Battle Pass and the season system. After they did those things, every game tried to copy it. Some did it better than others. The thing I want to talk about is Fortnite seasons. There have been 29 seasons in Fortnite's nearly 7 years of existence. God, I feel old. Anyways, with so many seasons, some have been better than others, so I thought it would be fun to rank every season in the game. Before I start, I should tell you my criteria for this ranking. A season has to be fun. Obviously, if a season just isn't fun, then it will be lower on the list. The Battle Pass is a pretty big part of the season. I won't talk about the Battle Pass too much because I want to make a video on them by themselves, but I will talk about them briefly. Also, live events are a huge part of a season. If a season has a cool live event, then it will be moved up. With all of that being said, let's rank every Fortnite season from worst to best. Numbers 29 through 27 are seasons 1, 2, and 3. I put them down here because I never played them and I don't know what they were like. 26, Chapter 2, Season 6. To truly start this list with the worst season in Fortnite's history is Chapter 2 Season 6. This season was incredibly boring, and the fact that we got a live event at the beginning of the season was pretty cool, but it doesn't help it whatsoever. The Battle Pass was mediocre and the crafting system was stupid as hell. Epic could have done so much better with this season, but it was executed horribly. 25 Chapter 2, Season 7. Chapter 2 really fell off with the last few seasons. I fucking hated this season. I've never been into aliens and they went crazy with that theme. The UFOs really stunk. The mothership was a cool addition though. The Battle Pass sucked and the season just wasn't fun for me. This was the Among Us season though. The only reason this season is above Season 6 is because of the mothership minigame. 24. Chapter 3, Season 4. This season was awful. The Chrome theme was a cool concept, but was just done poorly. The live event for this was complete trash. It was a terrible way to end the chapter. The only reason this is above the last one is because the Evo Chrome weapons were cool. 23. Chapter 2 Season 3. This shit sucked. The flooded map was really stupid and the sharks were huge nuisances. The new locations we got were extremely forgettable. The charged shotgun is one of the worst guns in Fortnite. The Battle Pass was decent and the super leveling on Eternal Night wasn't bad. With this season, I was already getting tired of the secret skins not being secrets. I'm fine with them being collabs, but at least keep it a secret until it is released. 22. Chapter 2, Season 1. The first month of the season was really fun, but they hardly updated the game during this season. The Battle Pass was weird and the secret skin was mid at best. This season also just dragged on for way too long. The average Fortnite season is 10 weeks or 2 months long. Chapter 2, Season 1 was double that. Not only that, but the Star Wars event was terrible. This season could have been way better, but they did nothing with it. 21. Chapter 3, Season 3. This season was so forgettable. Spider-Gwen in the Battle Pass was pretty cool. The two-shot shotgun sucked major horseradish. The live event was cool though. 20. Chapter 3, Season 2. This season was also forgettable. The only thing I remember from this season was Zero Build getting added. Other than that, I don't remember this season. The only reason this season is above Season 3 is because of Zero Build's introduction. Chapter 3 was kind of a stinker. 19. Season X. The mechs absolutely ruined this season. For the first few weeks of the season, these things absolutely dominated the game. They were so strong for no reason. Other than that, the new locations we got were super fun and enjoyable. The end event was incredible. The Battle Pass was really cool with them changing up old Battle Pass skins. But the mechs dragged this season down. 18. Chapter 2, Season 8. This was a mid-season. The Battle Pass was decent. Well, except for this absolute monstrosity. The map hardly changed from the last season. The event was alright, but the ending was really anticlimactic. 17. Chapter 2 Season 5. This was literally just a collab season, and a bad one at that. We got a new collab every week and it started getting old after Master Chief and Kratos were added. Once again, the map hardly changed this season and the Battle Pass was mid. 16. Chapter 4, Season 3. This season is just a better Chapter 2, Season 6. The entire jungle portion of the map sucked. The Battle Pass was pretty good, so that's a plus. But all of the new items were mid to decent. The only reason it's this high is because I really like Chapter 4. 15. Chapter 4, Season 1. This was just mid. The Battle Pass was decent. Doom Slayer was great. The map wasn't very memorable to me, but the mythics were sick and the dirt bikes were a cool addition. Once again, the only reason this season got so high was because I liked Chapter 4 as a whole. 14. Chapter 2, Season 4. I think this season is overrated. I'm not saying it's bad, but it wasn't as good as people say it is. The Marvel theme was cool, but a tad bit lazy in my opinion. The live event was super cool, and it was the first time we actually got to take part in the event instead of watching it. But other than that, there was just a season that was more original with the superhero theme that is higher up the list. 13. Season 6. This season was decent. Before I talk about anything else, I need to bring this up. Fortnite was and always will be terrible. Moving on to something less negative, the Battle Pass was alright. Dire was a pretty cool tier 100 skin. The loot pool was cluttered, but it gave us great items like the quad launcher. The quad crasher was released this season and it's a great mobility item. But overall, this season was just alright. 12. Chapter 3 Season 1. This was a good season. We got Spider-Man and the GOAT, Columbo. Other than Spider-Man, the Battle Pass was mid and the loot pool was decent. I really don't have a lot to say about this season, it was just decent. 11. Chapter 4 Season 2. This season was pretty cool. I really enjoyed Mega City and dropped there all of the time. The weapon cache and loot island were really cool ways to make the mid-game way more interesting. This was when they started cooking with Chapter 4. 10. Season 7. To kick off our top 10, we have Season 7. The Battle Pass was pretty good and the loot pool was also pretty sick. Well, except for this thing. The planes were fantastic and no one could tell me any different. The Ice Storm event was hot garbage though, and it moves this season down. If it wasn't for the Ice Storm event, this season would be a bit higher. 9. Season 8. The Battle Pass this season was solid. I think Lux is really overhated. We got reboot vans because Epic was scared Apex was going to take over. The jungle region was a cool addition, but not as good as the desert. This season was moved down because the unvaulting event didn't work for so many people. 8. Chapter 5, Season 1. This season started Chapter 5 in the right direction. In my opinion, the Battle Pass was one of the best in a while. I mean, we got Peter Griffin. This season was goated. The weapon mod system was a better version of the crafting system. The medallions were a cool item until Epic nerfed them into the ground. We also got 3 new game modes this season: Lego Fortnite, Rocket Racing, and Fortnite Festival. Lego Fortnite, which is just Minecraft, was pretty fun. Rocket Racing is super fun and it's nice to have an official racing game in Fortnite. Fortnite Festival is, I guess. I honestly don't care for Fortnite Festival, but the fact that we got 3 whole game modes in this season is really cool. Snipers were super broken this season, but other than that I have almost no complaints with this season. Season 8 would have been higher than this season if the unvaulting event worked correctly. 7. Chapter 5 Season 2. Now we have the newest season of the game. The Greek mythology theme is super cool, with the Battle Pass being a really creative way of imagining the different Greek gods. The mythics are cool, and the medallions being different abilities is a better concept than giving you shields. The boss battles are super unique and something we haven't seen before in Fortnite, at least in the Battle Royale. I don't know about Save the World. We're 2 for 2 with great seasons in Chapter 5. 6. Season 9. Season 9 was an alright season. It gave us great locations such as Neo Tilted and Mega Mall. The final showdown was one of the best live events in Fortnite's history. The Battle Pass and loot pool were also decent. This season is carried by the final showdown. 5. Season 5. This season was when I really started to get into Fortnite. The Battle Pass was really solid with Drift and Ragnarok. The secret skin, Enforcer, is one of my personal favorites, even though he isn't liked. The locations we got were solid as well. Paradise Palms and the entire desert part of the map was really cool. Lazy Links was alright, but nothing crazy. Season 5 introduced the all-terrain kart, also known as the golf cart. It was the first ever drivable vehicle in Fortnite. I'm not counting the shopping cart. All of you shopping cart fans can cope. Anyways, the golf cart was a great mobility item, but it wasn't the only one. There were rifts scattered around the map that made rotating extremely easy. The rift-to-goes were just rifts as an item which made rotating even easier. Speaking of rift-to-goes, the loot pool this season was peak. This season had the introduction of the heavy sniper, the double-barrel shotgun, and the P90, which are extremely iconic. We also got introduced to the GOAT, Kevin. We kick off our top 3 with 3. Chapter 4, Season 4. Season 4 was the peak of Chapter 4. The Battle Pass was probably the worst part of this season, and it was solid. The loot pool was pretty decent. It kinda sucks that there wasn't a live event with this season because it could have really used one. 2. Season OG. This season was extremely fun. It brought us back to the Chapter 1 map and brought back my all-time favorite location of Fortnite's history, Lucky Landing. It also brought back my favorite gun of all time, the LMG. Being able to experience the Chapter 1 map was fun, even if it was only for 1 month. The Battle Pass was extremely cool, with only really one stinker. The Big Bang was a decent event as well. I'm honestly glad Fortnite gave us Season OG. 1. Chapter 2, Season 2. For the very best season in Fortnite, we have Chapter 2, Season 2. This season gave us mythic guns, bosses, and henchmen. The Battle Pass was top tier, and the Maya skin being customizable was very creative. Even though mine kinda sucks. Deadpool being the secret skin and him taking over the yacht was epic. Super levels were a great concept and gave players more of a reason to play the game even after completing the Battle Pass. We also got 2 major live events this season. The main live event was the Doomsday event. It was a really cool idea, turning the storm into a tsunami. Too bad Season 3 sucked. The better of the 2 events was Travis Scott's Astronomical. Before this event happened, I had no idea who Travis Scott was, but after it, he quickly became one of my favorite rappers of all time, behind Eminem, of course. The event itself was truly a great experience with a bunch of music I've never heard. Before this event, I listened to exclusively 5 Nights at Freddy's music, so this was a nice change of pace. Everything about this season was just epic. Well, that's it. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. This was a fun video to make, and I'll definitely make more in the future, so stay tuned for those. With that being said, I'm out.